Howdy folks, and welcome back to Obi-Wan Kenobi. We are up to part 3. I realized by looking at IMDb that these things are going to be titled part 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's not going to be any other titles. I think it's because they're trying to really give the impression that it's like a movie broken into chunks, which I'm digging. I like it. About last episode, first of all, as I mentioned in the last 2 episodes, did not expect Leia to be in this at all. I mean, obviously in hindsight, common sense would indicate she probably would be in some fashion or another, even if it was just referenced. But to see that it's like they're taking this down a line of kind of one of the main plots being, rescuing Leia and getting her back home safely, which I fully expect is going to happen in this episode as well. I don't think he's going to get her home necessarily early on in this episode. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe at the end of the episode he gets her home, or maybe at the beginning of the next episode, so that the first 3 episodes are about that, about Leia's kidnapping and Leia and rescue, and then maybe the last 3 he can, deal with some Luke stuff, some Darth Vader stuff. Let's see how it comes. What do you guys think about the clone trooper? I thought that was awesome. I was going to check before I started recording. In Rebels, when they finally met Rex, where was he? What was he up to? I don't know, but he's still alive. Could that have been Rex? It was definitely one of the 501st. It was with the blue, the ones who were with Kenobi. He didn't have the red streaks that they put on for Ahsoka, orange, red, whatever the color that they put on. So it wasn't that group that was on the ship, unless it was Rex, because he didn't have that marking either. I don't think. I think he was just straight blue. So it could have been him. Could have been one of the other 501st. We know he wasn't an imposter. A little hard to be an imposter clone trooper. So I'm really kind of curious if he's going to come back. There was just that look that he gave Kenobi and Kenobi gave him. I mean, Kenobi's look was more of probably, a bit of dread that these are the clone troopers, the ones who killed all the other Jedi, as well as Anakin. But also a bit of sympathy, maybe, because he had made good friends amongst the clones, and they had served him well, and they'd saved his life, and all sorts of things. So there was a real mixture there. And the clone, I kind of sensed a little bit at the end that he recognized who he was, and was just kind of like, not wanting to say anything. I was kind of half wanting him to say something like, "Thank you, General," or something, but I don't think he would have done that, even if he had fully recognized him, which I think he did. But anyway, is that just a little cute cameo, or is he going to come back? And to that end, are we going to get Rex in the Ahsoka series? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, we probably should, right? So, are we going to get any more of the clone troopers? That's a big question. I know it's a small scene, but it's a big question for me. Anyway, let's get started with episode 3 and see what we get. Typically on the flashbacks, on the recaps, they give you hints about people we're going to see. Are we going to see him again? Because I don't think she killed him. Third sister killed him, but I wonder if we'll see him again.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh yeah, and him discovering not that Anakin was Darth Vader. He saw that recording in the movie, on the third episode 3. So he knew he became Darth Vader. He just thought that Darth Vader had died, right? That he left him dead on the planet. He didn't think he survived, so he didn't know that he was still alive. So that realization, and then that almost connecting in the Force to Anakin. I think it was kind of a Force connection when he finally realized he was there and he was thinking hard about him and he said his name. I think Anakin picked up on that through the Force. I think that's what that was, with him opening up his eyes in the back of the tank. But there's been a lot of talk about the Grand Inquisitor. And how did he die when it's the same character that's in Rebels? And everybody who's thinking about it says, some people are saying, "Oh my God, they're changing canon," and other people are saying, "No. Obviously, he's going to survive because we've seen like Fennec survive a belly shot where we believe she was dead." So the thought is he's going to be patched up. And there it is, red eyes and everything. Look at that. He's still on his knees in shock. Are we going to get Qui-Gon?
Are you there, Master?
Oh, get more Darth Vader stuff. We saw this assembly of Darth Vader in the trailer, but there's more of it here, which is just really cool. I forgot the legs were gone, yeah. All sorts of things. The iconic mask. Oh, we're getting straight on Darth Vader. This is awesome. I think it's James Earl Jones. It's his voice. Sounds like him. If it's not, there's a couple of people who do a really good job of imitating him. But I'm hoping it's him. We'll find out in the credits. But that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, give me Hayden Christensen, in prosthetics with the helmet coming on, but I gotta have James Earl Jones as the voice, Possible exits. I have a feeling she's gonna fail him, but I have a feeling Obi-Wan's gonna kill her. Some people are speculating that she's gonna turn and help Obi-Wan, but I know she's just too dark now. Yes, redemption is a path that's still there. Even for Darth Vader, there was redemption at the end. I get it. But I don't think she's going to help him. I mean, maybe she'll redeem herself a little bit at the end, but she's not going to help him directly, and she's not going to come out of this alive. That much I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's fixing the droid for her.
The Force.
Yeah, come on, man. She's Force sensitive. Well, she's not really ready to be trained yet, but you have an opportunity. You have access to one of them, one of the twins that wants to know. Yeah, it's an unmanned operation, so you wouldn't expect there to necessarily be anybody up here right now. They'd probably let it just land automatically and then come get the cargo later. Oh, there is somebody there, though. Huh. Well, droids. Oh, not a friendly planet. Oh. That's where Hayden is playing himself. He's appearing as visions of Anakin before the event. So he's not just in prosthetics. He gets to be a head Anakin, like a head 6, from Battlestar Galactica. Grand Inquisitor HQ. I think she's about to find out that he survived.
Get what I deserve, third sister.
Oh, she thinks she'll get what you deserve, all right.
So will you.
I think she will, though. I don't think being Grand Inquisitor is what she wants to be. She wants something else. I think she wants vengeance on Kenobi, maybe. My theory is, first of all, I'm pretty sure she was the one youngling who said run at the beginning, right? She would have been about 10 to 12, that range, and it was 10 years later, so you imagine she's like 20, 21 at this point. Kind of makes sense, age-wise. My theory is she was old enough to be very aware of who Obi-Wan Kenobi was, know that he trained Anakin Skywalker, and knows that he kind of directly led to all of the bad events that happened in her life and sent her down this path of darkness. And it would seem like, if she was a true believer, which I don't think she necessarily is, but if she was a true believer, she'd be kind of grateful for that and want to thank him for it, for bringing Anakin to the, helping Anakin get to the dark side and all that stuff. Even though we didn't really do that, but I have a feeling she's along for the ride to get what she wants out of this. I don't know if all of you guys have watched the show Ruby, but there was a character in that show that was working for the bad person and wasn't really bad, but had a journey of vengeance in mind, and this bad person was a means to an end. And I think that's kind of her role here. Just my guess. Just my wild theory. Sorry to interrupt for so long in the middle, but I just had to get that out. Let's see.
I can't talk, or I don't like to talk.
You don't talk.
Got it.
It's going to be hard for Leia. I don't talk. Okay.
This is...
The droid pilot?
Remember, you don't talk.
Nope. Some kind of mole person?
I'm Luma.
Uh-oh, Empire. Maybe he's the person they were supposed to meet anyway? Uh-oh. Well, at least they're friendly with the driver, so if the driver's friendly with them, they're going to start by being friendly with these people, Obi-Wan and Leia, and not suspect them, but we'll see what happens.
Looking for a Jedi.
Oh, boy.
Out here?
They know what they're doing, Leia.
Uh-oh.
Boomba.
Nickname. I think they actually handled that pretty well. He did slip up with the Leia, which is reasonable, but I think he covered it fairly well with the whole... I mean, she had already told a great story about visiting the place where he met her mother and that she'd passed away, and then him quickly saying, well, that's her mother's name, and I get confused, you know. It was all believable. I think they bought it. Well, clearly they bought it, so cool.
Are you my real father?
Oh. Logical question.
Thought you might want to check him out.
Oh, no, Frank. No. Thought you were a good guy.
All right.
You're going to have to use a Jedi mind trick here. Probe droid. What? Oh, that's cool. All right, paused it, but that wasn't a Wilhelm scream. That was this guy screaming. Come on. Where's the Wilhelm scream? But that's a very bad way to end up. Go around the outside. I mean, you could... I mean... So you see my cursor? Well, why couldn't they just run around here? You didn't have to drop the... What? Never mind. Carry on. Or for that matter, run around over here. Of course, they got stormtroopers coming. That's not good. Didn't they want to tell him to drop the gun? She's the contact. Nice.
Coordinates. I was on my way.
You know, it's an interesting thing. We just saw these stormtroopers. These stormtroopers here. We just saw them. They're all dirty. It's a mining planet. You can expect they're going to be kind of dirty. On The Mandalorian, we saw dirty stormtroopers, and we figured, well, it's just because the Empire's gone. They don't have as much discipline, as many supplies, as much free time to, and regimen to keep their stuff clean. But these guys are dawn of the Empire, prime of the Empire, potentially. 10 years into the Empire, yeah, prime of the Empire. And they're all dirty, but I think it's just because they're trying to show, I think, that it really depends upon where you work. Not all stormtroopers are going to be shiny. If they work on a space station or in a battleship of some sort of cruiser or something, then yeah. But down in the dirt, they're going to be dirty. I guess the ones on Tatooine weren't so dirty because sand. Maybe they got sand in weird places, but they weren't as covered in dirt like they are here because this is a dirt planet and a mining planet at that. So it's a nice touch. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, it understands.
What is it?
Oh no, has Darth come? Vader, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of Darths. I meant Vader. Oh no, just the Inquisitors. No, not just the Inquisitors. He definitely felt them. I mean, Obi-Wan definitely felt Vader. Oh, he's using bait. He has to do something. Looks like a great place for a battle. Great place for a lightsaber duel. Although I don't think we're going to get a lightsaber duel even when these two face off. Just a hunch. He's not going to ignite it. Oh, now he ignites it. Please tell me they didn't leave the tunnel open.
You'll be fine.
Actually getting a lightsaber fight of sorts. You get the impression Vader's just kind of toying with him. It's like, you're pathetic right now. And he's just toying with him. Oh, she can read the writing. Is that like a rebel symbol, a republic symbol? I don't know enough about the different symbols and languages and stuff. Or a Jedi symbol, for that matter. I love the richness of the glows on these lightsabers. He wants him to burn. His hair should be on fire now. What? What happened? Oh, he stopped the fire. He just wanted him to feel a little bit of a singe. I wonder if she's force sensitive at all. I mean, part of me is like, if Darth Vader really wanted to get him, he could have just force jumped over that fire and gotten there. Part of me is thinking he has other ideas, other plans. He doesn't want it to all happen too quickly. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh boy. How did she get ahead of her? If the tunnel was straight run to the... Alright, I just overlooked that. But she got ahead somehow. At first, when they didn't identify the voice in the subtitles, I thought, and I didn't recognize it as Third Sister, I thought maybe it's somebody else that we will meet. Before I even heard a voice, I thought that... No. I thought it might have been like a... Lando Calrissian or something, you know, but no. It's too early for them, I think. But anyway, because, you know, smuggler and all that. But wow. Okay, so Leia's fallen in there. Okay, so like I said, well, my first thought was, at the beginning of this, that the Leia story would be resolved either at the end of this episode or the beginning of the next episode. I don't think it's going to be. And then I thought that there would be things with Darth Vader and with Luke. But it looks like they're mixing the Darth Vader stuff in with the Leia stuff, which is kind of cool. Very cool. And the Leia stuff is not going to be resolved beginning of next episode, so we got a ways to go on that one. They're kind of feeding that one through the whole series, which I am totally fine with. I think it's a great concept for what would have been like a movie. So if you think of it as a long movie, it's a great concept. I think that I have to complain a little bit about that battle with Darth Vader, though. I get that he was kind of toying with him because he realized he was so weak, as he even said himself, you know, the years have made you weak. So he was kind of toying with him. And then when he set him on fire, he put the fire out because he's like, you know, I want you to get a taste of what's going to come, you know, the kind of pain and suffering I'm going to give you. So I got all that. That all jibes. I'm cool with it. But then when the fire is started and Vader can see the droid dragging Obi-Wan away. Anakin Skywalker, let alone Darth Vader, could easily have gotten over to the other side of that fire. Not a problem. Barely an inconvenience. So either he has some bigger plan or he wants them to escape. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants him to escape so that they can use him as bait to find the way, you know, the Underground Railroad, essentially, for Jedi. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just convinced myself that there's a reason why he let him go when he clearly could have gotten him, even with that fire there. Maybe he's letting him go so that he can track him, so that he can figure out where they all are hiding and kill them all finally. You know, get rid of the last of them. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go with that theory. Because otherwise I can't explain why he didn't just jump over the fire and take him. But Third Sister now, having Leia. The only reason she wants Leia is because she knows that Obi-Wan wants Leia. And Obi-Wan won't let Leia be in danger. Right? It's going to be a draw to get him back. Which may conflict a bit with what Vader's trying to do. If Vader is trying to let him be taken through the way to where the other Jedi go and then use that as a way of tracking them and shutting it all down and killing the last of the Jedi, then he might not be very happy that Third Sister has re-kidnapped Leia. But he's also really, really, really angry with Obi-Wan. So maybe he'll be fine with it. I don't know. It's an interesting conclusion. So 3 more episodes to go. We're not done with the Leia story. We're not done with the Vader story. I did not expect the Vader confrontation this fast. Now I'm wondering if we're going to get any Luke at all. Clearly in episode 4, Luke knew of Old Ben the Hermit, you know. He knew of him. Probably had some dealings or run-ins with him in town or at posts and things. Tashi Station or whatever. He'd probably had that kind of stuff. So it'd be nice if we got a little bit of an exposure that, you know, that they met or something when he was younger, but that may not even happen. This series, miniseries, event, big, you know, multi-part movie, whatever you want to call it, may never really have Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker meeting each other. And that's fine, you know? That's kind of what everybody kind of expected that would be what this whole thing was about. And when they throw in Leia into the mix, it's like, wow, okay, we didn't expect this. This is awesome. And she's a wonderful actor. Again, like I said, I checked IMDb and all sorts of things, and she started, when they started filming based on when I pieced together dates, she was 8 years old, not 10, which makes sense. But she's still doing a wonderful job, regardless of the age she's playing. She's playing a beautiful version of a young Leia, so I'm loving it. I'm digging it. So I'm excited. Again, this episode was awesome. There were some little slow bits. You know, pacing. I like pacing. I'm a big proponent of good pacing, and I think there was good pacing here. There were some little slow down parts like you get in any kind of a movie, right? Any kind of a narrative. But it was keeping the story progressing, and I think it did a really good job of it. And like I said, we got Vader and Obi-Wan, and we got a lightsaber battle duel. I mean, you know, air quotes, because it wasn't that great. But you wouldn't expect it to be great. It's not a criticism of the story. It's actually in line with what we would expect of 10 years of him rejecting everything about the Force and everything about being a Jedi. But I loved it. Honestly, I think it's probably my favorite of the 3 so far. Not just because Vader was in there with his lightsaber, but I think it just was a really good episode. So looking forward to next week. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What I miss. I always miss something. What was that symbol? Was it a Jedi symbol? She seemed to recognize it like it was. I'm guessing it was. Let me know in the comments what it was. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.